All right, guys. So today I'm gonna give a gift for you guys. So it's setting up your Thinkorswim. So Schwab just bought Thinkorswim. Actually, they didn't just buy it. They bought it a while ago, and they were migrating everything over. And now Schwab owns Thinkorswim. So I had to update my Thinkorswim, to the Schwab just like everybody else. And I like the blue icon. I didn't want to see. I like to keep everything the most updated. So the first thing to do when you want to upgrade it, or actually even if you create a Schwab account, upgrade it already. Download Thinkorswim, and you can run it as an updated version, and then you can switch your Thinkorswim logo, like the desktop icon, to blue. It looks much cooler, in my opinion. The blue icon, and it'll do some updates too. I think it's good to do that. But yeah, this episode is going to be going over Thinkorswim, and I've been using Thinkorswim since 2016. So for the most part, it stayed the same, and it's good to stick to one platform and just master one platform. You know, I saw SMB Capital using it when I was a noob, and I was a newbie trader. It's 2017 or so, and I'm like, I even asked a question to the Twitter or Instagram or something of SMB Capital, and I was like, "Isn't Thinkorswim for retail? How is a proprietary trading using that?" And then because I didn't understand, I was a noob, and I think Bellafury answered. He said, "Yeah, our traders use Thinkorswim as well." So back then, I was like, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me because you have so many platforms out there. You have at the time I remember I was thinking about using E-Trade Pro. I even had E-Trade Pro. I had Stocks to Trade, the trial, and then I had TC 2000 I was thinking about doing. That costs a lot of money with data, and I even look at Schwab Street Street Edge, I think Street Smart Edge or something like that. I don't know. I tried them all. And I think that the best one is just Thinkorswim. Just keep it simple. It has level two. And even when I wasn't profitable, the level two was good enough for me. So you want to minimize your costs when you're starting out. So like Thinkorswim is fine. So in this right here, I'm going to teach you guys or show you guys everything I do with Thinkorswim, how I have it set up, and even the scripts. So I only use two scripts, and you're going to see the SSR script, which is very important, previous low script, which is very important. Those are two custom scripts. If you want those two scripts, join the Friendly Bear Discord, the free Discord, and ask in the chat, at me, and I will give you the two scripts, and you can upload them. I'll show you how to upload them here. And yeah, don't be shy. Join the Discord. It's in the show notes. You go to the show notes on whatever platform you are, audio, YouTube, um, whatever audio website, anywhere. The link is there. You're able to click it and enter the chat, the free chat. It's free, and you can at me, and I will give you the two scripts. Those two scripts took me a long time to get, man. It was a lot of work. So I'm giving out free game right now. So my contribution to the trading community, here you go. Merry Christmas to you guys. Happy Hanukkah. You know what I mean? So like this is just my contribution to the trading community. Like I saw one shout out to the humble trader back in the day. I saw her put one out, and it was very helpful. And I'm sure even people that don't like me, they're gonna see this and they're gonna probably like, look, you know what I mean? Because you can learn from it, So here's my contribution for you guys, man. Anyway, let's get started. We got a lot to cover. So I customized. First of all, this is just a smaller screen. This is not like my charting. I have vertical screens, so I can't do a screen share of my vertical because it shows up like all distorted when I upload it on YouTube. So this is, as you can see on the screen, this is just a little section. I don't trade from this. I trade from the vertical ones, and I have it organized differently. However, the setup concept is pretty much all the same. So first, recently since the Schwab migration from Thinkorswim to Schwab, I started using the high contrast, and I like it a lot. It is easier on the eyes. So we're gonna go into that in a second. The high contrast makes it a lot clearer. Anyways, let's start with that. So first, okay, let's see. I'm using Apple to start with. So first, I like to see you have this panel over here, and it has I don't use any of this. I'm not using Thinkorswim to trade, so but I do like to see for charting. I like to see the time and sales. Here you can't see it because the market's closed. So all the time and sales goes here. Level two goes here, and I like to see the news. So I always have these three active, and I like to see the news. It goes back up to a certain amount of days. If a really busy stock like this, like Apple, it only go, you know, it only has so much. But some small cap stocks, it'll go back way back, like 6 months or so. Anyways, you have the level two over here. Someone asked me if the level two can change. Can you change the colors? No, you cannot. The level two is set. This is Thinkorswim. You can't customize it. Trust me, I tried it a long time ago. There's no way around it, and that's fine. Thinkorswim level two, it's pretty good, man. DOS level two is like milliseconds better, but if you're starting out, you're not profitable, this is more than enough, man. And you have OTC level two. With DOS and other platforms, you have to pay extra for OTC. Here, it's included, man. So you can't go wrong with Thinkorswim. I use Thinkorswim only from when I started 2016 up until 2022. No, 2021. Yeah, that's all I use. That's all I use. Anyway, so we have the time and sales. Now the market's off, so we don't really need this on. But yeah, I always have the time and sales. You can adjust. I always have it, you know, so you adjust it like right here. Anyway, um, let's go through the application settings. So the high contrast, okay. So yeah, we get you know, you don't need that. Oh yeah, the system section, always have it on real time, no delay, because this will be the real time quotes. If you don't have this option here, you have to log on to your Schwab and like sign or like do an e-signature to make it real time. Um, I don't have any of these saved, but you know, so security. Yeah, I like to keep it 24 hours in I leave my monitor on as much as possible. So leave it for 24 hours. It doesn't log off for 24 hours. I like it like that. Okay, startup, you put it, this is like when you log in, what pops up first. So I have three verticals, right? So like I have it set up on the first one. So when I log on, boom, the first vertical screen shows up. And then I log into the second one, third one. Anyways, you only need one. So in this case, you can, you know, when you log on, what do you want to see first? What's set up that you saved? Okay, look and feel. Dark. This is the high contrast thing I was talking about. I like it, a high contrast. It's just easier in the eyes, man. We're gonna be staring at screens for a long time. It's easier in the eyes, much more sharper, and yeah, it's better. Font size, small, man. Unless like, you know, I guess yeah, if you know, I like small. I like small. Um, spacing tight. I like tight because I like there's a lot of information, you know, so I gotta keep it tight. For the screens, actually for vertical tight it works best, you know, um, because you're compacting it, you know what I mean? So tight, you need tight. Anyway, so display, yeah, okay. So yeah, I have the indefinitely mark news 30 seconds. I believe that's you know, the closest period to news. I want to get the latest updates. Mark corporate actions. So these are the little bubbles that show up on the watch list, which you're gonna see later. And like if you put 8 weeks from now, it's gonna show too many bubbles. So one out is good. I don't know XP what it means, but it's just one out is the best. That's all you need. Um, yeah, that's just like that. All right, notifications. Yeah, leave it all empty. Hotkeys, order defaults. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not using orders anyway, so you don't really need any of that. Um, okay, now we have that set. Now, okay, so that's the set overall settings. Now we have, uh, yeah, I guess this is just really small. Studies. Oh yeah, this settings, chart settings. So chart settings. The first thing is a lot of you guys are missing the volume section in this. So here, this is important. This took me a while to find out. But if you don't have this volume, so I think you guys all gotta have it for stocks. You gotta have the volume subgraph. So you go to equities and you click to see it. Because if you don't, I'm taking it off right now so you can see it. It's gonna be like this. No volume. You got to see the volume, man. Like we're not forex traders or crypto traders. We're stock traders. You got to see the volume. So you go to equities and you go show volume. Okay. Now let's start from the beginning. Here, general. So this is how I have it set up. New York time. I think it's just easier. I'm in the West Coast, but I just keep it New York time. Um, okay. Yeah, overlap volume. So this little arrow that gives you the option to show it on the scroll down menu. I like to have it when you click white, that means it's on. It's like that's how I want it on. And I keep the data box off. The data box is too annoying, so you keep it off. You're gonna see it's like when you have the mouse hovering over the chart, it's like this big blob. Just keep it off, man. Just keep it off. Anyways, the overlap volume is, I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, so volume, let's see. Um, okay, so we see this, right? Now see, when I click this overlap volume, so yeah, so you want to, that little button that I put right before here, that when there's like a white fill on that little option, it gives you the option to have it show up on the drop box. If I had that, if it wasn't filled white, it wouldn't show up on this section. So anyways, I like to have it, I like to have the option of seeing it on this drop box so that when I click this bar, you get to see the volume gets, in there. So see like the volume here is showing together with the graph. Now if I go to style, overlap volume, it's separate. I like it separate overall, to tell you the truth. But sometimes I like the option. I want to see it clearer. It used to help me a lot more. Now I really, now I'm more experienced. I don't need to look at it so much. Anyway, what else? Let's go back to the settings, overlap volume. So that's what I was talking. In order to see it on that drop box, you gotta have it. It's gotta be white. Like that is not on the drop box. Anyway, uh, price axis. Yeah, this is how I had it set up. And just copy it, man. Just copy it. Time frames. I like to add a lot of time frames. So I zoom in and out. It comes with a couple, but you can go. So this goes back 180 days to 5 minutes is the most intricate, and that shows extended hours as well. You can't do 180 days 1 minute. So the closest amount of time is 5 minutes. Also, you can't do 360 days. The closest you can do is 1 hour. You can't do 5 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever. So after 180 days, it gets only daily candles pretty much, except for 360, you have the 1 hour. So these are the time frames I'm looking at, and I'm constantly zooming in and zooming out, looking at multiple time frames. Um, yeah, so these are all the ones I have. You can add more or less. This is the ones that I feel comfortable. If for some reason I get curious and I want to see another time frame, I'll add one in, but I haven't added one in a long time. Anyways, appearance, this is important. So it comes naturally as this blue, but I like to see the color. We want to see the color because this means that, selling pressure was stronger than the buying pressure. So you want to see the color. I think it's very helpful. Um, yeah, and then you have the option here. Some old school traders that like the bar, like this is super old school. Like the what's his name? Confessions of a Market Maker podcast, JJ. That guy is old school. He uses these or so. If you look at his Twitter, um, yeah, candlesticks are fine. Okay, so um, yeah, you can fill. So some traders, I saw like this guy Mad As, he uses like this. He wants to see the red ones. I don't know. You get to do what you want. I like it just like this. Keep it like that. Uh, the background I like just black, no grid. You can play around with it if you want, You can adjust it to how you like. Um, Equities, yeah, corporate actions. I want to see if they're doing a reverse split or whatever. or dividend or something. So yeah, I just have that on. You don't need to see CNBC. That's a lot of noise. Um, yeah, I'll see the social sentiment. Why not? Um, extended hours, you want that on. One of the Thinkorswim has a very, very good and clear and concise, like very one of the best extended hours data out there from all of them. Even like TC 2000, you can't go 180 days, 5 minutes. Or like in Dash Trader, if you go that far back, it takes a while to upload. Thinkorswim is like instant. It's really good. Like you want to go back 180 days, extended hours, and look at them 5 minutes, easy to do. In a split second, you can do it. So, anyways, that's how I have it. I have it set up. Um, I don't do options, futures. I don't care. Forex, I don't care either. So, anyways, that's for that. Now, so that was settings right here. This settings is different than this settings. This is the overall settings, and this is how. So when you save, you can save your workspace. So I always save this one as Bear Talk. So this little small um screen is what I use for the trade reviews. So I will save it again, Bear Talk. Uh, so yeah, constantly save. Yeah, over here you have Schwab.com, self-explanatory, the home screen. Actually, yeah, you can set your thing up. I saw this the other day. You can set it up like I don't know. I never use this, to tell you the truth. You just go to here. So this panel over here, the main thing is charts. You're going to be using charts, and you can go to flexible grid. So, so flexible grid, if you want multiple charts. So that right there, that was a single chart. And you can go to flexible grid, which I use this to have like my vertical. So you can add more, you know what I mean? And you can take it out. So this is, I just, you can, so if this screen was vertical, I can add more sections lower, and we can add to the side. This is adding a screen to the side, and this is to delete it. And to take this out, this used to annoy me. Can you believe that? So like, you just go like this, customize grid, take it off, boom. Now it's fresh, and you can look at. Let's go to Apple, how we were. So you can have like this one, the 1 year chart, and this one. That's a lot of volume there. This one, 10-day, 30-minute chart. Let's say this is the first one day chart. And you can to zoom in, you can highlight. Of course, it's easy to find out. I like to have the VWAP in there. Let's clean this up. There's a lot of action here, a lot of lines. Clean up. Volume. Um, yeah, you can. So like when this scrolls bigger, you see. Is that volume? Style. So volume. Um, volume subgraph. Okay. So yeah, why is the volume like overlapped like that? I think it's like the screen is small. Yeah, there you go. So the more you raise when it has tight space, the volume's gonna be automatically overlapped. So you can play around with it. But so now I want to customize the grid. Let's see, I want to take this off. See the volume. Now there's more space to breathe, so the volume gets separated. But if you cram it, it'll automatically uh overlap the volume. Anyway, so let's go here. Just and how do we do so? See, now we gotta clean all this up. So anyway, so let's see. Take away this customized grid. Now it's clean. Now let's organize it. So you see. So first thing, I already know what we gotta do. Well, first, let's get rid of this top chart over here. Customize grid. Delete this one. Now we can see this clear. Okay, we got a lot of work to do. This is a fresh chart. So when you get Thinkorswim, it's gonna be like this first. So you gotta set it up. All right, so first thing I want to color these candles green. I want to put the volume. this contrast is not like the contrast I like. So we got a lot of work to do here. Let's do it. Okay, so first we go here, application settings, look and feel, high contrast. Okay, we like that. Okay, so I guess it is high contrast. Now I want to take away these lines and make everything black. Um, yeah, go chart settings, appearance. Okay, appearance. Remember, so let's do that again. So this settings is different from this setting. This is for the exact chart that you're looking at. This settings right here is different. So make sure you understand that. Okay, appearance. Just go straight to appearance. The first thing, we're filling this candle. Second, this blue is, we're not Forex traders. We want to see, we're small cap traders, or for the most part, we want to see the selling pressure. So you want to do that. Color as symbol ticks. Boom. And you can like, I don't like the snap. I tried all of these, man. I just like none. Just no snap. Because then when you start drawing lines and stuff, it gets confusing. Anyway, background, make it, I like it super dark. And then no grid. Boom. Apply. See? Much clearer. Okay, then we have the volume here. All right, now, okay, so okay, this is important. So like, if you want to be, if you want to take trading seriously, you need a mouse. You can't be with this like bogus mouse, you know? This yeah, this mouse that's like slow and mouse that doesn't have a middle button that you can click. You need a real mouse, man, because like you got money on the line. Or if you're learning to trade, you need to invest in a mouse, with the button. On my on the I don't know if it's on the show notes, but it's definitely on the YouTube page. Um, if you go to the about section, I have a link to my Amazon list, and my Amazon list has the mouse I use. I use the same mouse in my apartment, in my office, and it's a good mouse. It's a Logitech Bluetooth. It's a one of the only Bluetooth ones that I've had success with. I think it's the MX, something like that. But if you go to the YouTube about section, you get to see the mouse. And the reason why, okay, it's very important. Um, that middle button, a lot of mouses, it doesn't act the way it should. So if the middle button here activates all this. This is super helpful. Okay, so drawing a line on Thinkorswim, it's very useful. See? So we draw that trend line, and you highlight it, press delete, boom, it gets deleted. Now on top of that, if you pay attention here, so here to here, if you see, that's a 32% move. If you see that 32%, it calculates it for you. If you see that box, 142 days, it went up 32%. Very good. Okay, so now, and that's good to see, for example, this little stock right here, when it did this garbage, it went up. I use this a lot, by the way. So 17 cents roughly, right? To the peak. That's 890% up. You see that? Over 12 days. That's a very useful tool. So you don't even need to draw a line. You just need to like put it there. And I'm using the middle button on my mouse. I'm not doing extra steps. So like I'm being very accurate with my mouse. You need the right mouse, guys. You need the right mouse. None of this, the mouse that you get from, I don't know, from Walgreens or CVS. No, man, you don't, that's BS. You need a real mouse. Even if you have a garbage computer, which a lot of you have garbage computers, and that's fine. I had a garbage computer too. I made my first couple $100,000 with the tablet that I used as a computer, but I had a mouse. I had a really good mouse. You need a mouse. Anyway, um, let's go back to Apple. That's what we were doing. Okay. Now with this, uh, so I don't use any of this Fibonacci. I don't use any of that stuff. The only thing you use is the line to measure the percentages. This right here, and this price level. Price level is good to have. Um, I like to see the support lines, and I like everything gray because gray is light on the eyes. You can do like that. Actually, I like to see it. Yeah, that's the color I like. So, and you can set it as default, right? Set as default. Boom. Some people like it white. I like it gray because gray is less noise. Um, okay. And now I'm gonna show you the scripts. This has no scripts yet. So like I'm gonna use these are the only scripts I have and the only indicators I have. And I think it's all you need. So you go to, let's go back. So you click this thing, it's called studies, this test tube, studies. And the first thing you want, it comes with Thinkorswim. This one you don't have to script in there. It comes with it. VWAP. And then you click this little wheel. And don't ask me why, but just this upper and lower band, I don't need to see them. I just need to see the middle one. So you unclick these and you just leave it alone. Lower band, unclick these, leave it alone. And then VWAP, very good. I like it purple. Purple's cool. That's good enough for me. Boom, done. Now I like to have this other script in there. I'm going to show you guys. SSR. This is mine. So if you want this script, go to the Discord. It's free. It's in the show notes. At me, and I will give you the script, and probably others are in the Discord will see it too. But this script took me a while to get, and this is a great script because there's a sound and it's good. So let's see. Let's add it. You don't need to do anything to the script. It's there. I cleaned it up. It used to have a mess, and I cleaned it up, so it's good now. So this is the script. And let's see, like CDIO. So right now, Apple's not going to fall 10%, right? It's a huge $1 trillion company. But here, I don't know if you heard that. A sound happens. So when a stock drops to SSR, which was it didn't have SSR today. It was triggered yesterday because yesterday it fell 10%. It draws the 10% line. And as you see, this happened. This is a really good indicator because a lot of stocks touch SSR and then they bounce. This happens like so many times. I wish I could track this. If I were to track it, I don't know. I'd say it happens. It happens a lot, man. And someone needs to track it. How many times does a stock hit SSR like 10.2% on the day, negative 10.2, and then it bounces back 5% or something? You probably make really good longs strategy. And then the next day, and then it collapses. But anyway, that's just a really good tool, the SSR tool. Yeah, and it pops up here. You can see SSR. Let's see. Yeah, this one. See, this one fell deep below SSR. Um, what else fell below SSR? Uh, yeah, that's it. Okay. Anyways, that's the. Oh yeah, that's a really good one. So see, that's trigger S 204. So it triggered, then it broke it. Um, SSR. So this is the second day. SSR doesn't. It's already. Yesterday it was triggered. Today it's just SSR. So the trigger is when it pops up. Anyways, that script is really sick. I love that script. That's like an awesome script. Um, but yeah, go to the Discord for that script. All right, now the last script I use is the previous close script. I like to see this script. Add selected. Um, yeah, so I like to do this to this one. Okay, so first go here. Just copy it, guys. It's not rocket science. Just copy it. I like to see super dark gray, and then the data line, turn it off. Just copy it, man. You don't need to reinvent the wheel here. So the previous close script, what you just saw me do, set it up just like that, because now the line is nice and light. It's almost invisible, and yeah, it's like it's ghosted, kind of. So this is where the stock closed. As you can see, it closed here. That's the official close line of the exchange, and then so you get to see that's like green, no, red to green or green to red. You get to see because the previous close price is a lot of times that's a good area of support and resistance. If the stock is red, that's a resistance line as it creeps up. Or if the stock is green, that's a support line as it starts to crack and turn red. Anyway, um, yeah, use those two scripts. I have the scripts for you. Go join the Discord and at me, and I will give you the script. They're good scripts. Anyway, so during the regular trading hours, you want to have the time and sales. I like to have it real nice and tight at level 2 and news and nice and tight. But now as the market's off, so we don't need to see the time and sales. Anyways, it has a lot of tools, guys. You don't need all these tools. It's just like, the broker's a casino, man. They want you to trade. They want to give you tools so you spend time there and you gamble. It's straight up like a casino, man. So simplify what you want, the tools. I just like me, I keep it simple. VWAP, previous close, SSR, news, level 2, and that's it. I don't need all this millions of indicators, but like they have everything. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all I use. Um, yeah, keep it simple, stupid, you know? And what else? So yeah, I don't use this at all. I don't even know what this is. I don't even care. Just flexible grid is good for me because the flexible grid, you can put a lot of multiple charts. Again, flexible grid is good when you want multiple charts. Like on my vertical screen, you can see me on the side over here. I'll just stack more. I'll make this longer, more vertical, and then I'll put customized grid and I'll keep adding more charts down, 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 down. You know what I mean? And then when you want this little piece off, take it off. And this is to analyze one chart, like let's say you want to zoom into one, you go to charts, but flexible grid has all, so you can, it's good. Anyway, scans, you can is another good tool. So we have the charts we just messed with. Scan is you can set up your scans. I just have 3 scans. Let's see. Personal, main scanner, pre-market scanner, and sub dollar. And that's it because I use my main scanners are in trade ideas. My intraday ones are super, super efficient, but these are the main scanners. I always have them up. If you know what, if you want these scanners, these scanners are for the members that join the actual Discord, the Epicenter. Yeah, I'll give you the scanners if you join the Epicenter. So if you're in the Epicenter or the trade floor you got to earn that. But I will give you the scanners, and I'll give you my trade idea scanners. My trade idea scanners, the scanners that I use, you see me hitting all these stocks with. I'll give you that scanner, and I'll give you these. But that's for the people that are in the Epicenter that that want that. It's not for the public. That was a lot of work to make all this stuff. Um, and I had people help me out with that too. So yeah. Anyways, let's go back to the charts. Okay, so we went over the charts, all that. Now, check this out. So you can have your scanners here on the side, and like usually on my vertical screen, I'll have a long vertical, so like it'll have a whole scanner section with all this stuff. And yeah, pre-market I have it's all distorted now because it's we're in the after hours. Last bid mark. Yeah, so mark percentage change. You want to always have your scanner on right here, the mark percentage change, because mark percentage change will show the pre-market and after hours. You don't want it as the regular net change. So let's see, let's go to customize. Yeah, so I have my watch list and everything, just these. Last bid, mark percentage change, and volume. That is it. And the symbol, of course. That is it. That's all I have for all of them. So I have the pre-market. I'll have let's see, pre-market. I'll have the main scanner, and then everything's crammed right now. So if you want to add another section, all right. So actually, Okay, let's do this. So I like to have the first one. Um, I like to have it as sub dollar. Okay. Last bid mark percentage change in volume. And then I like to have the pre-market scanner. Is the pre-market scanner last bid mark percentage change volume good? And then I like to have the third one as main scanner. See this one's we need to clean this up. All right, so you go to the wheel, customize. Last, so net we don't want net. Remove over here. And what was it that I had before? Let's go. Last bid mark volume. Last bid is for the main. Last bid mark. Okay, no ask. Last bid mark percentage change. Shout out to Jay Carlo in from Trade Space taught me about the mark percentage change. Hope he's doing well. I had him on the podcast. And then volume. Volume. Okay, so these are what I like to see right here. Remember, mark percentage change is important because it shows the percentage change in the pre-market and then after hours. If not, it's really hard to find out. You know what I mean? So anyway, then you can adjust the stuff here. We work Q. Beautiful. Okay. I like nice and tight. But anyway, this is not like my main screen. I'm just showing you guys. Okay, so now those are my main scanners. You can also, I like to have, okay, so you can do all this. You can even can you imagine? You can even use Tetris. Yeah, you can even take Tetris. You can take it. Some of you guys need Tetris because, you're entering a lot of bad trades, subpar setups. Um, you can also do Trader TV. So they include, CNBC, you know? So you can watch CNBC is gonna, they even have like Shark Tank. You can watch all types of stuff. So I watch that sometimes. So Tetris and Trader TV is good. Trader TV, and you can also do. And they got Minesweeper. Another very useful. You gotta have. Okay, so you want to create another one, a watch list. A new watch list. Sometimes I like to put, for example, edit. Okay, how do you take this out? Okay. Okay. I wanna call this something else. Uh, create watch list. There we go. I like to keep tracks of the stocks I located. Oh, error on watch list located. Oh, I already have one. Okay, so then we'll delete this. Let's do another one. Watch list, personal. Yeah, personal located. There we go. Last, what is it? Last bid. Yes, it's all over the place. Last bid. Mark percentage change in volume. Mark volume. And always go to this volume, not all the other weird volumes, just regular volume. Uh, okay. I mean, I'm a short seller, man. This is what I look for. Last bid, mark percentage change in volume. Last bid. And remember, this is not even my real screen. I'm just doing this to show you guys. And I'm a neat freak, so I like to get it the best I can anyway. So that's why I just organized it. But yeah, you can close it. Or leave it. During the regular day, I'll keep it all open. Account info. What's all this? Oh, I just deleted one. Um. Anyways, you guys get it. Okay, so that's that, and you can hide your thing there. I like to save it. Okay. What else? I don't know. There's really not much else. That's the main thing. So yeah, the scanners, you can play around with your scanners, or you can ask me for my main ones, and that's, keep it simple. I keep it simple as possible. If you're using trade ideas, again, I used this scanner until 2000. Trade ideas I got in 2022. I think I got it in 2022. I didn't even have it before. Um, yeah, you don't need to pay for all this extra stuff, man. Thinkorswim has everything you need to get started. I made my first couple $100 with Thinkorswim. Um, so yeah, you go to scan. Your scanners and your charts, your level 2, everything can be done with Thinkorswim. So, anyways, that is about it. You don't need all that. You just chart flexible grid is fine. You can set it up just like that. Um, yeah, that's about it, man. That's about it. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Enjoy this. Hopefully you guys get a lot of value from this.